Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening this morning. This evening, excuse me. I'm lost today. Don't mind me. It's been a heck of a week. What's up, guys? How y'all doing out there? MCJB. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the game and other things. So we'll go ahead and get started here. I do have, if you're part of WCFL Dolphins fan club, I do have a raffle going on, raising money for DCC. It's $2 a spot. Pick as many spots as you want, and drawing will be Saturday the 18th. And first spot number one gets a Miles Gaskin replica full-size helmet. Spot number 23 gets a Miami Dolphins Miami Vice jersey of Patrick Surtain autographed, and 81 gets an autographed OJ McDuffie jersey. So other than that, I think we'll go ahead and get started, bringing in some of my co-hosts. We'll start off with Mr. John O'Hanlon. How you doing, brother?
What's up, Papa Paul? How are you, brother?
It's been better, been worse, but like I said earlier, can't complain because no one listens anyway. So, anything new with you?
No, same as always. I'm in Jersey, working, waiting to get down to Florida next Friday.
Good. What was your thought on Sunday's game?
Listen, it's a team game. The biggest mistake of the game was Tyreek fumbling the ball. Game could have been 14-7, 14-3 at half. We get the ball coming out. Could have turned that into points, and all of a sudden you got a close game. Instead, you're down 21-0. You're playing catch up. It is what it is.
Yeah. But
the fan base is crying like crazy, but most people pick us to lose this game. So what are you crying over?
Yeah, give a quick shout out to Michael Winters and David Lozado from the Dolphins Nation Mexico. But I look at that Tyreek Hill fumble, and I don't know the rules in and out. Maybe Miss Pam, when she comes up here, she can maybe say. But that Tyreek Hill fumble, I would think that the forward progress was stopped long before that ball came out.
Oh, listen, I've seen them blow quicker whistles on plays like that, and nothing else. Plays dead. Why they didn't blow the whistle? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm going to bring up the young man. He's back with us for tonight. Ethan
What's up,
Stepp.
everybody? Good to see y'all. I'm glad to be back.
What you got to say about Sunday's game, Ethan?
I agree with John. I think the Tyreek fumble, it changed the game for us. I mean, like he said, it could have been 14-7, 14-3. And like he said with the whistle, I've seen them blow the whistle for touching somebody. So it's like, come on.
Yeah, I think all these refs need to go back to school to get more consistent with each other.
It's been a rough year for referees, man.
The NFL needs to get a couple more bodies on the field.
Absolutely.
You got
that too.
22.
Yeah,
it's been a rough year for referees.
Well, let's bring up the queen of the night, Miss Pamela. How you doing, Miss Pam?
What's up, Miss Pam?
Hi. Hopefully you can hear me now.
It wasn't your fault. I found out it was my fault Monday.
Oh.
I had to literally shut down the computer and all and reboot.
I was wrong that one time. There was one time.
Well, no, you were never wrong. You were just mistaken.
Mistaken. That's
What's
funny.
up, Mike? How you doing out there, Mike Sherrod? So, Miss Pam, give us your real quick take on Sunday's game.
I hated the way we lost. Like, the end of that game was heartbreaking, right? And to think about how much I know Tyreek wanted to play his best and to really have the worst game I've ever seen him have. He's such a fighter, right? Like he does not give up. He is so clutch all the time, and I know that hurt him more than it did us, and I was pretty hurt. The best part was being at your house, Papa Paul,
Well, thank
and
you.
being with the peeps. That was the best part for sure. But dang,
Did the
that
best
game
I
broke my
could.
heart.
Yeah. It
Listen,
broke all our house. Mike Sherrod, I will throw the link out later. I haven't sent it out to just anybody tonight. We're
he and
talking.
JB.
So I'll send the link out later. We're going to be on here a bit. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Dolphin winners will be joining us in a little bit. And Shake Money will be joining us a little bit later. I think maybe Crypto or Lewis might be joining. I don't know.
Nice.
But there's a lot of I am so tired of these games that we go starting off 0-14, 0-21, and then we got to fight our way back.
Right.
Whether it's fighting our way back starting the second quarter or the third quarter, it's ridiculous. Good evening, Liz.
Hey, Liz.
I'm just tired of it.
It's hard once you get yourself in a hole to climb back out of it, and that's the hard thing to do.
And I want to see McDaniels blow his lid one time on these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only be someone's friend for so much before they just start not hearing what you say.
Right. I think him remaining calm is good, right? Like because everything else around is being crazy for sure. I can't imagine. I know how hard Tyreek was on himself the game before, so I can't imagine how tough he was being on himself. And McDaniel knows this is a long season. That's halfway through the season. So when you think about it, I'm cool with the fact that he stays cool, because most people
at
would
the
lose
same
it.
time, we don't know how he acts in the locker room at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be blowing his lid in there for all we know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to. Ethan and I was talking before the show started. The first half, our offense just seemed flat. I want them to come out there like they're in the Super Bowl every game. I could give a damn about these records we're breaking and this and that. I don't care about records. I want to see wins.
The W.
Records don't mean shit if you don't have wins.
Yeah.
I agree.
And our defense, which has been part of the issue the whole season, like they're building every week. Defense showed up. Defense kept us in that game.
Yeah. Realistically, they only allowed 14 points.
That's right.
If we say we have the most explosive offense in the league, we should win anytime our defense only allows 14.
That's right, Ethan. That's a super point.
You go over the stats. It's freaking crazy. We should have won that game just looking at the stats. We had 292 total yards. They had 267. We had one turnover. They had one turnover. We had 20 first downs. They had 16 first downs. Possession time was almost equal. We had 30 minutes, 24 seconds. They had 29 minutes and 36 seconds. You can't get much tighter than that on a game. And these people that are saying we're frauds, well, that's their opinion. I agree to disagree.
That's a stupid take. It's a stupid take. It makes me mad because if we're frauds, then what is Kansas City? Because the horrible team that we annihilated beat Kansas City.
This is where I'm going to state, Kansas City, Buffalo, Eagles. They have all done something that we have not done.
Yeah.
And is they have lost to a losing team.
Right.
And you might think we're only beating winning teams, but each week I think we're, especially our defense, is progressively getting better each week.
Right.
And by the time playoffs here, if we're not in a top 10, we'll be at least in a top 5 defensive team, I think.
I think so too. I think getting Ramsey back was huge for our defense's morale. I think that helped out a lot too.
John, what's your opinion?
Oh, I agree. I mean, the defense played great. It comes down to, one big mistake to change the momentum of the game. Like I said, we scored there. It's 14-3, 14-7. We get the ball to start the second half. And that's another problem. We came on halftime, first possession, and went 3 and out. You can't do that. Not against good teams. Gotta drive it.
And I understand. A lot of teams you want the ball to start the first half, but when you're playing last year's Super Bowl champs or Super Bowl contenders, why don't you punch them in the face and you get the ball to start off the game and score the first points?
Set the tone. You got to set the tone.
The tone is right. And I'm telling you, if they're going to throw those stupid flags on us, if they're going to throw a flag for roughing the passer, by God, go rough the passer. Because if you're going to get the flag anyway, let's give them something to throw the flag about. I am sick of those refs. I'm sick to death of it. Now, I can't say that the Kansas City game was like, all of that. It wasn't great. It was
pretty equal. They missed calls on both sides. They missed calls on both sides. But John, go ahead. You were going to say something about what I said.
No, I was listening to Pam. I forgot what you had said
about starting off with the ball.
No. The reason they don't do that is statistically, you watch a lot of the games, and the team that defers gets the ball second, ends up with the ball at the end of the first half, and then starts the third quarter with the ball. So you're getting back-to-back possessions. That's why they do that, because the stats tell them that's what they should do.
Because technically you could have 14 points in a row, which could swing the game.
But the way I see it right now, stats-wise, yes. But the way I see it right now, they need to start doing a little bit of that, because our defense is preventing the other team from scoring right now.
I thought our defense played great. I thought they did good. I thought that was great.
They had a great game.
They do need to still work on the tackling some. I'm tired of seeing these one-arm tackles that aren't working.
That's every game. I don't know if you watch other games. I watch all the Sunday. That's every game.
Yeah,
I know, but I want to see some hits again. I mean, there were some good hits, and I tell you what, I love that one. I mean, you asked Pam, I was getting giggles out of Mahomes' face that they were showing on the TV.
He was always wanting a flag.
Well, he had this look of face like, oh my God, I'm getting the shit knocked out of me. He did several times, and that. I was so happy they did not throw the flag at Van Ginkel for roughing the passer, because Van Ginkel did the right thing. He turned his back to him, so it was not like he was hands-on and everything. So there was no way they really could throw the flag for roughing the passer. They could if they wanted to, yes. But when you review it and all, you're going to say he was trying to prevent himself from hitting the passer.
And I also want to bring something up. I thought Chubb had a great game. I thought Chubb played great.
Yeah, Chubb did play great. How you doing, Hooked Up Joe? Thank you for joining us. Hooked Up Joe.
I think that 8 Dolphin winners.
Are you
must
cold?
Be winter time in Dolphin winners land.
It's a cold day in Philadelphia. It really is not. It's really actually nice and comfortable here. I'm happy to see that we got Ethan back tonight. That's number one. My man been living life in a large charge.
Appreciate you, man.
I mean, I would have loved to go to the Travis Scott concert.
Appreciate you, man.
I love you too, brother. You already know. John, what's going on tonight, brother?
What's up, Winners? How are you, brother?
Whew,
Yeah.
you're about to find out in a second. You really are.
Hooked up Joe said he saw Mahomes' mouth. Come on, guys, when he got up once. Mike Sherrod's was proud of the defense. Yeah, I know he was. Mahomes was like, every time I looked, they showed him after being hit or something, he was like, "Oh my God, I'm hurting."
Yep. And he couldn't do that little fake ankle injury, right? And then run back in because it was for real.
How you doing tonight, Miss Pam?
Winners,
Couple winners, I'm
MCJB's
doing
asking if you're
great.
going on MetLife Takeover.
MCJB, what's up, brother? I am not going to MetLife. Maybe, hopefully, next year. I'm not gonna lie. I already got some of the teams that we're facing for next season. I'm trying to make the trip up to Seattle next season.
Man.
There you go.
Yeah. I got friends that live up there too, so yeah.
Well, I know for a fact it's going to take Winners a few minutes to speak his mind, so I'm going to sit back and let him have the floor.
First thing first.
Let me tell you this though. My mama's in the room. I'm just telling you right now. My mama's in the room right over there.
Mama, I'm sorry, Mama. First thing first, I want to thank everybody that's tuning in tonight and thanks for watching the WCFL Dolphins talk. And I want to sit there and say a disclaimer first and foremost. My thoughts and my opinions that are going to come out of my mouth and through my mind are none of the people that is up in this podium or this panel as we speak. So if you want to come at anybody after what I'm going to say on this platform, come at Saul Winters, come at Dolphin Winners. Don't come at John, Ethan, Pam, or Papa Paul. Come at me. Okay? I'm putting that disclaimer out first and foremost before I sit there and go in. I've been looking at all social media platforms, at all different Dolphin fans. What's up, Pedro? Oh shit! What happened to John?
I don't know.
Pedro's putting on clothes and John disappears.
Disappears. There he is.
Yeah,
You got him, Paul?
I got him.
All right. So, what's up, Pedro?
John, Pedro had his shirt off and you disappeared.
Right?
Quite disappeared.
He takes the shirt off. I'm like, what happened?
Damn, the wind just took my hat. There we go. It's such a nice day outside.
Okay, Winners, you might want to start over again.
All right. Well, basically, I'm going to start off with saying this. I've had people inbox me. I've gone on Instagram, X, and through Facebook. I've watched other people's podcasts, and I'm waiting for Sick Money to come up here as well.
He'll be here about 9:30.
Cool. And this is my take. This is my take straight up. We have to be the team. We got to beat the teams that are on the schedule. And that doesn't mean the teams that are under 500. We are halfway through this season. We are 6-3, and this is probably the first time in my life I feel like this is a 6-3 that's just not cemented to me. I'm sorry. I love everybody's take saying that it's just one game. I love everybody's takes that saying, okay, well, we were projected to lose to Kansas City. I get that. But when you sit there and rewatch the games, like myself and maybe a few others that's out here in the internet world, and you sit there and see a team that sits there and has all the talent in the world to be 8-1 right now. Sorry, Cam. I'm going down. They should be 8-1 right now. The only legitimate loss we should have on our record is Buffalo. Besides the help that Philly got with the referees, and I'm not even trying to talk about the referees this game. This was all on McDaniels and defense. Period. There's no moral victories for the defense playing as well as they did. That's just what it is. They held them to 14 points. They kept them in the game. They gave them opportunities to get back in the game. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a team sport. If you have ever been in any type of competitive sport, then you will understand it is a team sport, period. You can do moral victories for the defense or the special teams or this person or that person, all we want. Because at the end of the day, at the end of week 17, we are either going to be the AFC East champs or we're going to be crying for help from another team like we always do. And how many more times are we going to continue to do that and go down that fucking road? After a while, ladies and gentlemen, this team has to have some type of testicular fortitude. That includes Coach too. I like Coach McDaniel. I like him a lot. I said it, and I'm not going back on my words. I give the coach every coach that we get 2 years to implement their system. This is his second year. I'm sorry to tell you this, and I'm a peace, love, fins up guy all day, and I'm all about peace and love. But this kumbaya, everybody is my friend shit's got to stop. He's got to sit there and get in their ass. Pause. They got to get in their ass and need to sit there and put his fucking foot down and show them, listen. When the go, because I'm telling you right now, we are a finesse team. We are a finesse team. We went against 3 physical teams, which we literally should have pulled that game out in time. We can put blame on every little play. We can put blame on who was. We can do all of that shit. We can be here till the cows come home to the next day of deciphering everything. What I am seeing, ladies and gentlemen, is this. The first half, we're 6-3. We're on top of the AFC East, and everything should be fine and dandy. It is with some of the fan base, and they have every right to feel that way. For me, it's not okay because you're going against a Raiders organization at the end of this bye week that got brand new life, which we should trash when we come back off our bye week. But the Raiders don't know that. And when I mentioned the question last week about if our playoffs start after the bye week, that was a serious question because of what we thought what could have happened this Sunday, which did happen. And at the end of the day now, we're still at this, people saying, don't listen to social media, don't listen to the analytics, don't listen to the analysts, don't listen to the former coaches, quarterbacks, people that analyze this game. I'm sorry to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. They play the game. They understand situations. So for people out here to sit there and say, stop listening to some of the noise, and I don't listen to it, but it's kind of hard not to listen to it when you're in a fucking town where the team is 8-1 and they beat your team, which you could have still won the fucking game. When are we as Miami Dolphins and Miami Dolphin fans somewhat wake up to the oblivious in fact that if we do not beat not just the Raiders, we don't beat the Jets on Black Friday, if we do not beat Washington in Washington, and if we do not beat Tennessee on Monday night, we are going to have a fucking problem. And I'm not sleeping on the Raiders, but the Raiders, we should handle the Raiders handily sound. If and when Mike McDaniel decides to get his thumb out his ass and open up this playbook. Because I'm sorry to tell you this, guys and ladies, look, you got to open it up. It's time to open it up. I'm tired of watching wide open receivers being wide open, and there's no pressure, and Tua has time to throw the ball. He had time to throw to a wide open Tyreek where the fucking defender was 5 yards off of him for 50 yards the first play of the game. He had a wide open Waddle. I'm not on no Tua bashing, folks. I love Tua. I'm not 2-9, but that's my quarterback. At the end of the day, what mental aspect are these gentlemen going to come back to after this bye week? They're human beings just like we are. But then, if I spend my hard-earned money, if I'm traveling and I'm rocking y'all 24/7, you might want to think about yourself and everybody that's on this panel, everybody that's listening right now. Because I'm like this. I believe I want orange and white, just like everybody on this panel, everybody that's listening right now. And everybody's going to have their own take, and I respect everybody's take. But I'll be damned. I'm going to tell you this. Fool me once, shame on me. But fool me twice, shame on you. Miami Dolphins, you got to show me and prove it to me, but you want to be that team that want to be mentioned on the other end instead of being called frauds or being called the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. You know how disgusted I was when I heard that?
Worst. That's the worst.
Bills fan, from a Buffalo Bills fan?
Yeah, that's the worst.
That made me sick. I think it's time to show and prove Miami. Whoever can sit there and take a clip and send it to the Miami Dolphins, please send this clip. Put my name to it. Miami Dolphins, wake the fuck up, get your thumb out your asses, and play some physical fucking football. And it's not like, and the thing that kills me is it hurts me where you won the game on analytics and stats, but didn't win it on points. When are we going to stop doing this? When? Because I'm like this. I'm a live with this team. I'm a die with this team. But God Almighty, I'm gonna always watch this team. But damn it, when is the Miami Dolphins going to sit there and wake up and say, you know what? Enough is enough. Let's stop beating the cupcake teams and actually beat somebody that's worth a damn while. Because we're about to go against a whole bunch of defensive-minded coaches after the bye. And if you don't think that they haven't watched with Kansas City, with Philadelphia, with Buffalo, and even little things that Carolina and those teams did against us, I promise you, the blueprint is out unless Mike McDaniel and this team decides, guess what? It's time for us to put our foot in the gas. That's mostly all I got to say tonight.
Okay, real quick. I'm gonna Kristen Miller, says problem is they all got our number now. We use the same 4 people on offense. We need fresh plays, 2 ahead of copious amounts of time to get rid of the ball on Sunday. Can't blame blocking on the O-line. We need fresh plays.
No. The O-line.
I'm not blaming the plays. Let's take a look at the drops by experienced, wonderful wide receivers. Let's look at the second to the last play that was called in that game that was a touchdown or 2. I don't know what happened to that ball. That ball was a lame duck in the air. I'm sorry. I'm not putting it on the coach. These guys have to execute. They have to execute. That play was there. Tyreek allowing some defender to come and snatch that ball from his hands. Are you kidding me? That is not Tyreek. What did he have? 3 drops? I mean, Waddle had a drop. These guys, I'm not arguing about putting in more players because I say that all the time. Get the fullback Ingold, get Smythe, get these guys involved more often. Why are we throwing to 2 or 3 guys completely?
We have a team of receivers. We have a team of everybody that we can use, not just 2 or 3 players.
Yes.
And that's
we do
need to spread it.
He didn't talk about Burials all game. Chase Claypool was on that game for maybe about 3 or 4 plays. You got a tall, strong dude. Besides blocking, use him. Stop sitting there just targeting Waddle and stop targeting Tyreek. You got other people. And Cedric Wilson, that pass to Cedric Wilson, if that was the old school, and John will probably agree to me, and Paul, you'll agree with me. If that was the old school, he would have had a concussion and out the fucking game. Tua left him out to dry. Tua left him out to dry with that pass. If that was old school,
he would have.
He would have had a concussion and been the rest of the year. And I'm not wishing it, but that's just what it is.
Well,
this is not. Hold on, Pam. I'm sorry. This is just really to a point where this, like I said, this is the first time being in first place. I should be happy right now. I should be happy with a 6-3 record. I should be happy with that. I don't feel comfortable with a 6-3 record. I feel comfortable that we got Tyreek. I'm not Tyreek. That Ramsey and Howard in the backfield. Yes. I'm happy to shut down Kelsey for 14 yards. But guess what happened on the first play? He threw to 7 different receivers on the first drive. The first drive, he threw to 7 different receivers. 7. And here's another thing. We're getting our plays used against us on defense, and guess what? They're scoring on us.
And why? It's crazy.
Like, don't we practice these plays in practice? You know how pissed off I was seeing the same thing they did with Goddard in Philly, and they did the same thing with the dude in Kansas City. I said, that's the same fucking shit. We get beat with our own fucking plays. Our own shit. After a while, man, you just got to look like what the fuck is really going on with this fucking team.
Well, it's bad. it's bad because there is so much blame to go around. There's so much blame. I don't understand. If Tyreek drops that ball twice or turns the ball over and drops the ball, why are we going back to him? Make him want it more. What are you doing? You see how feisty he is. He is so feisty. He catches balls that nobody ought to catch, but he does. So when it's in his hand or he has the ball taken from his hand, I could not believe he allowed that.
Okay, I'm sorry to say this, but the offense runs through Tyreek. You don't have Tyreek with emotions and everything that's going on. Everything runs through Tyreek Hill. And you clearly see that. Same thing they do in San Fran with Debo. They doing the same thing here with Tyreek in Miami. Everything runs off of Tyreek Hill. I don't care what anybody says. You go ahead and put Barrios or anybody. They're not the same type of threat. Tyreek is the threat that opens everything up. Period. Point
But
blank.
let him be the threat and give it to somebody else that's going to catch the ball.
I agree.
That's
I
the
agree.
thing. I'm not saying take him off the field. I'm just saying don't throw the ball to him over and over if he's turning it over. I know he didn't want to do that. I know of anybody he wanted that game more than anyone. But for whatever reason, he was off that game. And to continue to force it to him when he is clearly off was not right. I mean, Braxton Berrios is a little baller, right? He's a baller. And of course, we're going to get back, our little rookie running back. I can't wait to see him back on the field. But if we're not opening the ball up to Smythe. How many times does Smythe come down the ball? When he got the ball, he came down with the ball. Throw it to Smythe again. Ingold is out there. He is a gold mine. And like you said, Claypool, how have we got Claypool out there and you're not actually using the dude? Use the guy.
Okay, real quick.
So I got a question.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Trinessa, who's watching on Facebook. Kristen Miller and Trinessa says Mostert and his fumbles. Well, that fumble, I have to give the defensive guy that fumble because he had it. He hit him just right. There wasn't a whole lot Mostert could do about that one, but Claypool was there to jump on it. That was a good thing about Claypool. And Kristen, again, but when Hill is constantly in triple coverage and dropping easy passes, he needs to be put in check, which I agree.
100%, Kristen. 100%.
Like, I'll put a question out for the panel right now, and I really want to start with John. I want to start with John first. So we all seen the same game, and I know we look at the game differently. What was your biggest criticism?
Well, the biggest problem is we don't score in the first half. You get shut out. You have all these weapons. You have guys that would great speed. The offensive line was actually giving them time for the most part. The other team want to make plays. It happens. It's part of football. It's all the right defense against them. But there's no way this team should be shut out at any point of any game for an entire half. It's mind-boggling to think. You have all that speed, all that talent, and you can't put any points on the board in the first half. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And part of the problem is, and I said it on the Pedro show last night, is you have to get away from throwing the ball to Hill as much as we do. Open it up. Throw it to the opposite side. If you know he's double team, triple team, get it to somebody else. I honestly believe they call it McDaniels. Tyreek's 2,000 yards and he's doing everything to get him there. The problem is, it's not going to be good. Who cares how many yards he has? And other guys
Shout out to Raphael. And y'all make sure you hit the like on YouTube.
Hit that like button, guys.
Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Pedro, I know you had a hard time hearing some of that, but Winter's question was I'll let you go next if that's okay with Winters.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest problem of the game was? Is that right, Winters?
Yeah.
The mistakes that Tyreek and Tua made during the biggest moments of the game with Tyreek was the the pass that Tua threw to him allowed the defender was already on top of Tyreek, so there was nothing Tyreek could do. And he tried to tackle the guy, but the lateral came, and just we were all couldn't believe it. The one at the end, the last two plays with Tua, the miscommunication that can't happen at the end of the game. It cannot happen. And then the missed snap that can't happen in the game. You know what I mean? Yes, we're definitely upset about it, but we're still in first place. The Jets lost, the Bills lost, the Patriots lost, man, and there's still like 5. I'm not gonna say easy games. Let me get it straight. There's 5 teams that are like us, right? Mid-tier teams that are pretenders wanting to be up there with the big boys, right? So the last 3 games are with the big boys. So the next 5 games will tell me what I need to know, because we play the 2 times with the Jets, which is with their defense is gonna let me know, because I call my uncle and I say, "Hey, Luisi, do me a favor, bro. Your Chargers better beat the Jets, bro." He's like, "Bro, we got this," and I'm like, "Yeah. Well, you better." He said, "We got this," and they got him. So it's like the Dolphins should be able to take care of business. The one that worries me is the Black Friday one, but the one at home, like 2 or 3 games later, is I mean, at home we good. We play good so far. That's
I believe we're going to win all our home games.
Yep, but
I know they're going to be tough. Some of them are going to be extra tough, but I still believe we can win all our home games. The 2 games, I mean, the 2 games I'm really worried about. I'm worried about the Black Friday game because the Jets have a great defense
in New York.
I'm really, really worried about the Ravens game this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the Ravens. Both road games right there.
Let's rewind. Even the fact that they don't have what's the name, Chase Young anymore, and the other gentleman, don't sleep on Washington.
I'm not sleeping on them. I'm not sleeping on Washington Winners. I'm just saying the 2 games that I'm really worried about.
Well, you better worry about that. On the road, it's cold. It's the first game of December. That's a show and prove me. That's a definite show. Your first show and prove me is going to be the Jets on Black Friday.
Well, I can tell you though, if you think about your picks going into preseason, but going into before the season, right? So how many wins, how many losses did you think we were going to have? I was at 13-4, and actually, the 3 teams we've lost to are not shocking to me. And actually, Washington was the other one. So my 13-4 is, as far as I can say, from my before the season, we're pretty much on track for 13-4. Now, once the season started, that was all out the window because we're so much better than that. But like you said, Winners, are we going to come out of this bye week and be who we thought we are, or are we going to be like that? Oh my gosh, here we go again, team. You know, I don't think we're who we are. Here we go again, team. But it could happen.
I'm sticking with my 12-5.
We're 10 plus.
Look, and I'm gonna keep it real. I want to explain to everybody. I don't want my words to come to fruition. I don't want to be. Well, look, I told you so. I'm not that dude. I want this team to succeed like everybody else. But what I'm saying to people is, you might want to sit there and stay woke. Don't we are in Florida. Don't take none of that pixie dust. Disney is not that far away. You get what I'm saying? Don't get blinded. Don't get blind from don't be oblivious. And that's just where I'm at with it. Because I love this team more than anything in the world. But what I'm saying to everybody is, and I'm like this, I never thought I would be at 6-3 and deterred. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we went 2-3. We got to go straight out. That's not a possibility. No disrespect. It is a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen. If it does happen, I'll be like, wow.
Right. Well, and I mean, expectations changed. I mean, we all hoped for this crazy good team, which I feel like we have. And so, we were all, guarded in the beginning of the season because we're Dolphin fans. But looking at what we did going into the season, it's like, wait a minute, no, we're that team. But now, I mean, I know what you're saying, Winners, because it's just it's hard to swallow, right? Knowing what we could and can be. And the Philadelphia game deserves a little asterisk next to
Of
it. That
course,
game was
of course.
crap.
Of course.
Crap.
Listen, I love
Clearly
the
we
fact.
have two losses.
I love the fact that every day I gotta hear about us losing to the Eagles. I said, well, that's what the officials with the 15 missed fucking calls
Yep.
and you guys. So if you want to, it's like every no. I said y'all would have had my fucking name on the plan if the roles were reversed and Miami got 15 fucking Miami didn't get any calls and you guys got all the calls and y'all would have tried to run me out this damn city. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I said, how in the fuck are you gonna sit here and tell me with a straight face that you sat there and missed all those calls and you've been at a game where the calls were either offsetting or no calls against the home team? Let's think about that for a second. And then we couldn't see shit.
Well, one thing I did notice about this game that wasn't being called, and since when is basically a chokehold not called holding?
Yeah, they had Jerome Baker in a chokehold.
We saw it in the Philly game. We saw it in the City game. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the arm around the neck, I guess, is not holding anymore because they haven't been calling that on anybody really. And Phillips and Jerome Baker, all of them have been getting chokehold.
Not only did he have his arm around his neck, he had his hand inside the opposite shoulder, holding on to his shirt.
I seen that, and it ain't called.
So Ethan, when the season before the season started, where did you have us at? Wins and losses.
I had us
and
at
what is it?
I had 14-3.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So what teams did you see us losing to? Are we on track?
Yeah, I had us beating KC. I was 100% on my prediction until the Kansas City game. I believe I had us losing maybe I think it was I had us losing to Buffalo at home. I think I did. I think I had us losing to Buffalo twice. But I don't know.
I'll be honest, I had us losing to Buffalo at home. I had us losing to Washington game. Because Baltimore did not forget about week 2 last year. They did not. They did not. And sidebar, the AFC North has no losing teams right now. All the teams in the AFC North is 3 teams that are tied 5-3, and Baltimore's in the top at 7-2, I think. So you might want to watch out for that division right there.
Well, Baltimore is 7-2. The other 3 are 5-3.
Yeah.
So and those other 3 will catch up. They'll either be 5-4 or 6-3, something like that this weekend.
It's real simple. We win games, we make the playoffs. You make the playoffs, anything can happen. You don't believe me? The 99 Rams, look at the Giants twice with 9-7 records and winning Super Bowls. You got to get in the big games, win big games. So right now, we just got to concentrate, get W's, get wins. I don't care if it's against good, bad teams. Get the W's.
Yeah.
Got to get the W's, John, but the W's in the regular season prepare you for the situations in the playoffs. I respect what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this was one of the games where this was what everybody, the non-Tua lovers, the Tua people that support Tua like myself, this was one of the games when the situation that matters at hand that you really felt. Like, I'm not going to lie, my eyes was glued to my phone. I said, this is what I've been waiting for. He has the time to sit there and shut all the naysayers up. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not going to lie to anybody on this panel. I'm not gonna lie. That was the most noodlest arm ass pass I've ever seen in my life. I don't care if it was communication or not, but Tua had the man.
The problem, it was communication. Wilson didn't break the route off where he was supposed to. Tua saw that as he went to throw it and didn't want to overthrow it or have it intercepted, so he kind of just lofted it into the open area. That is Wilson's fault. That is not Tua. Anybody that wants to watch that play, go back and rewind it. You can see Tua's arm coming forward and realize Wilson did not break where he was supposed to, so he just threw it in an open area. Wilson was supposed to read the defense and see the blitz and break that route off, and he didn't.
So what happened was, so you're sitting there telling me, so you're sitting there telling me, because I watched it 3 times. So you're sitting there telling me it's on Wilson and not Tua. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the pass was like literally like 10 yards behind him.
Yeah, because Wilson was supposed to break the route off when he saw the blitz going, and he went straight to the end zone, which is not what the call was. That is a hot read. Wilson is supposed to see the blitz, go down to the first down marker, and turn around, and he kept going to the end zone. That play is 100% on Wilson.
All right, so that play is over. Who's the snap on? The center or Tua?
No, that was on the center because he put it to Tua's right side, which is not his strong hand. He's left-handed. The ball's supposed to come in anywhere from mid to left, not his right side.
So well, John, I didn't think Tua looked ready for the snap. It didn't look like he was actually calling for the snap on that play to me.
No, he snapped that entirely too hard, trying to get up into his block.
I agree with Pam, though. To me, it did not look like he was ready for the ball. But that's my opinion. And
well, when you have a center, like you don't see Hurts dropping snaps because he's a center. He's got that rhythm to his hiking ability, and the ball comes back at the same speed all the time. That one came back too fast and to the right of Tua.
You know what's crazy? The only time they have fumble snaps in Philly is when they do the tush push. That's the only fucking time they have an issue with snaps is when they do that.
Yeah, because he's trying to get up and get into his block before he even gets the ball back.
Got you. So can we all agree that we can blame the offense for this loss?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
No, we haven't talked about
it. Yeah.
Defense, they scored 14 points to a Kansas City Chiefs team. Please. We should win that game every time if defense only gives up 14.
So did we lose Ethan, or is he still there?
No, Ethan will be back. His computer crashed.
Something wrong with his computer.
Okay.
Computer crashed.
Okay.
So,
well, I gotta run. I got my mama here. I just got home from picking her up from Georgia today. So I got to go, but thank you so much.
Hi, Mama. Bye, Mama.
Bye, Mama.
She told you bye.
Pam, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, Pam. We love you.
Thanks, Pam.
Guys back.
So go back and watch the second to last play. Wilson is supposed to read the defense. When they blitzed, he was supposed to cut that short and turn to the sideline. He didn't. He kept, and everybody wants to say, Tua missed a wide open guy to the end zone. Yeah, because that's not the play that was called. They were just trying to get the first down.
Okay.
When the blitz came in, he's supposed to stop and cut towards the sideline. He went straight towards the end zone. Tua saw it and then tried not throwing the ball to get it intercepted or something, and that's why it looked like a lame duck because his arms are already coming forward. And he's like, "Oh shit, he's not where he's supposed to be."
Right. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm gonna go back and watch. I know I'm gonna watch it to sit there and abuse myself one more time, but because I'll watch. What I'll do is I'll watch the Cassinda game or the All 22 because I got the NFL, so I'll watch that. I can watch it from both angles, but it John, that shit is heartbreaking, bro. Because we have to have
it is heartbreaking. We're in week 9. The communication should be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is an issue. This is an issue. And another thing, the same issues we've been having is getting the plays off in time. On time.
We can
This is something that should have been taken care of. I say this. All right. Realistically, first or second, maybe third game of the NFL season.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'll give it at least 3. I'll give it at least 3 games in if you're having communication problems or whatever. But after that, we're in the middle of the season and we're still having issues. And the clock is ticking. It'd be like 10, 9, and I'm like, dude, y'all not lined up or nothing.
No, the
Yeah,
clock issues, and that was going back to last year too. We still had the same issues last year, and we're still dealing with it a week 9 of this year. I don't understand.
Only on the road.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that is
Only
true.
on the road. When we're at home and there's not all that crowd noise, Mike seems to be getting the plays in pretty quickly. We're on the road, and all of a sudden the plays aren't getting there, or he has to repeat them. I don't know what it is. Tua can't hear him to call him. Well, then you know what? At this point, give Tua a little leeway. If he can't hear the play, let him call his own damn play.
exactly.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
because it's becoming a problem when we're using our timeouts early when we could use them later in the half or whatever. You know what I mean?
He's back.
Pedro, what happened, man?
I don't know. I pushed the wrong button, I guess.
We were sitting there talking and you went poof, and we're like, where did Pedro go?
Anyway, what's up?
Look,
Well,
man, we're going to go ahead, Paul.
We got to hear a little bit from Pedro. He hasn't had much chance to talk about any of this. So,
what you want to talk? Oh, man, let me talk about the defense, man. We ain't gave him no love, bro. All right, so David Long, bro, 8 tackles. Holland, 8 tackles. Sealer, 7 tackles. Bad, 2 quarterback hits. And Phillips had 5 tackles and a sack. So Phillips had a sack. Ramsey had 4 tackles and shut down Kelsey. Oh, yeah, we ain't said nothing about that. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Chubbs had 3 tackles, and he had that 1 sack and a quarterback hit. Gink had 3 tackles. There was 2 sacks total in the game and 1 tackle for loss and 4 quarterback hits. So the defense did what they could, man. I was so happy that they gave us the ball back with 2.5 minutes, man, to hand it to Tua. And then for what happened at the end of the game is why we're so freaking just emotional right now. You know what I mean? We're not a bad team. I don't think we're pretenders. We're a 10-plus win team. That's what people understand. We're going to win 10, 11, 12, 13 games, right? 10, 11, 12. We won 9 last year. This year, I think we're going to improve to 10 or 11 wins. My prediction was 11 wins. I don't know about everybody else's or if it's going to come true or not. It just depends the way the Dolphins are going to play the next 5 games to these mid-tier teams, you know? So
I agree with you, Pedro. I agree with you. I mean, you know mine. I was 12. I've been 12-5 since last April.
Yeah. I'm starting to lean towards that way, but we got a Chan back, so that's good news, man. I'm really excited about that.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. But there's the 3 away games are really my biggest fear. I have a feeling we'll win all the home games. I really do think we'll win all the home games. So if we lose the 3 away games, that puts us at 11-6.
That's good enough to win a playoff spot, but in my opinion, it's not good enough to win the division. I think we're going to have to win like 12 games to win the division. You got to win 12. It's going to come up to that last game against the Bills. And the Bills haven't played the Eagles yet. They haven't played the Chiefs yet. We already got done with that part, and I'm going off of what John said. And John, hey, I'm going to do a Finn's trivia question whenever y'all want. But John, hey, you're not allowed to play, okay? Not for you.
I missed your show last night, Pedro. I was asleep early.
If we get to 11 wins, we win this division because that means we'll at least split with the Jets. Okay, so that keeps them behind us. Buffalo right now is suffering. They changed offensive coordinators, and they look like shit at times.
And if we get to 11 wins, winning all 5 of our home games, that means we beat Buffalo at the end of the year as well.
We'll be 4-2 in the division.
I don't think we're going to have – we get to 11 wins, and I think the division's already over. Because New England ain't catching us. If we split with the Jets, they're already a game and a half behind us. If they win this week, they were only 1 game behind us, but that keeps them a game behind us.
So, yeah, I believe in history repeating itself. You know, it's the same time when Brett Favre went to the Jets, we won the AFC East division that year.
Go, Paul. Yeah, keep talking.
So, you know, Rodgers went to Jets this year, and we're going to win the AFC East division again.
It's gonna come out to that last game, ain't it, Paul boy? It's gonna go to move to prime time. It's gonna be that 8:00 game, just like it was with the Jets. Yep, when we beat them to get that last time we made it to playoff. Was that the last time? Was it we beat the Jets on prime time? Was that the one before that?
I
Last two
don't
times?
remember. My short-term memory.
Well, that
sucks.
must have been a while ago then. We beat the Jets, man. They get to the playoffs. I remember it was the last game of the season, and then we got bumped to that prime time. But yeah, that would be nice to do that for the Bills game, and it is going to come out to that last game. And I think we can beat Cowboys. We've never beaten them at the Hard Rock Stadium or Joe Robbie, whatever you want to call it. We're 0-3 or 0-4? I think somewhere in there. I think it's 0-4 in my opinion. Never beat the Cowboys at home, but we did beat them in the Orange Bowl back in the days. I'm not talking about the Orange Bowl. I'm talking about at Joe Robbie. We ain't beat the Cowboys not one time. So we got to beat them this year. Have to.
I'll say this to you guys. This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, have to start playing. As of the Raiders game, they gotta start playing. And they're
gonna whoop up on the Raiders, boy.
They're gonna whoop on the Raiders, but think about it, don't sleep on the Raiders. They got the whole Raiders.
Well, we definitely have to start playing, and
I'm gonna predict high.
The only reason I know we're gonna win that Dallas game because my wife is actually going to the Christmas Eve game with me and allowing me to go to the Christmas Eve game.
There you go.
Nice.
If we lose that game, my wife will never allow me to go to another Christmas Eve game again.
I got ballsy one year and wanted to go see the two top teams that year, which was the Patriots, Buccaneers in Tampa, got our ass spanked, and the Titans, the last game in that cold weather, and one game away from the playoffs, and that's the price you pay, Dolphin winners, when you go to these games. All the people that went to Germany, all the people that go to these losses, we got to take the wins like we take our losses when we spend that money, and that's why I was like, let me take the year off and let me put my money on the Dolphins making the playoffs. Maybe that'll be better for me this year, you know. So
I really go ahead.
Knock on wood, I'm 2-1 right now. 2-1. So
I was really pleased with how our defense held Kelsey to just 14 yards.
Yeah,
he hasn't been held to 14 yards. I think it was since his rookie year.
3 catches,
only 3. Yeah, that's huge.
So
that's huge.
Oh yeah.
That's locked down.
But you know what? It actually goes to the stat that for all the games that Swift was there, he's 100 yards, but for all the games she's not there, he's under 50. And he was under 50 for sure.
You want to hear a Finn's fun fact?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sure
here we go. Chubbs has 5 forced fumbles in just 17 games. Here, let me give you some comparisons. Kiko took 46 games. Baker took 90. Terrell Buckley took 96 games, and Joey Porter took 46 games, and Bradley Chubbs did 5 forced fumbles in 17 games. He's worth that first round pick already. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey.
I think so too. I agree.
Right, on to something a little funnier. Ethan, you hit 21 and all of a sudden you got facial hair?
Hey, I'm trying to get like you, man. I'm trying to get like you.
Welcome to the club, man. Shoot.
Well, Ethan, you got a long way to get like John. You got a long way to go.
This will take getting like John will take me probably another 10 years.
I don't even know if I got up. I ain't even look. All these Finn's trivia questions, man. Ethan, you so young, bro. I don't even think I got one for you, bro.
I have to guess.
Dang, bro.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm the second youngest on here, so I feel for you, Ethan. You know,
hey, it's all good.
Us young bucks up here. You know what I mean?
Okay, crypto. You've missed a lot. You missed a lot of good stuff, crypto. But welcome to the club.
Yeah.
What's up, crypto?
Hey, thanks, Papa Paul. What's going on, everybody? Dolphins winner. Everybody
we've been talking about the good and the bad of this last Sunday and everything.
Who's on?
Okay, I was just recording. Me and Shake just recorded. Did a recording.
First, wait. Before you guys talk, I want to ask a simple question. And I just need a simple answer. Are you guys having a podcast on Friday?
Of course,
And will
Yes.
Will Ali the Persian be present?
probably.
Okay,
Depending.
make sure he is. Make sure he is, and please send me the link.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
some
should be
smoke for Ali.
We got new people for Finn's trivia. I love it.
He's gonna get
Love it.
flambéed, and they might get on 450,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it as that.
Oh, okay.
And why is okay? Why is
said-
that?
Wait, no. We'll do it on your platform.
Okay.
Now, this is a very mild mannered.
Hey, look,
No, we're gonna-
I am open to it all tonight. Because
Oh, okay.
I got a lot going on in my head. I don't care.
It said we did the Exhale show, Dolphin winners. He did it early Friday. This week we did it on Friday.
No,
We
but
did the
I'm
XL
doing my obviously I'm doing the open panel.
the open panel for Friday, and then I don't know if Ali's doing another early Exhale.
But you
this
know what?
week like he did last week.
I'll talk to El Cap, and I'll try to set up a one-on-one. It doesn't have to be an open panel. One-on-one. You and Ali.
No, we can do an open panel. I like an audience. We can do it. We're gonna do an open panel.
I mean, you can have an audience, but
Huh?
see, the thing I like about one-on-one is not everybody's chiming in. You and him could get your points across without everybody chiming in.
Jumping
You
in.
know
True,
what I'm saying?
but Shake and Crypto, you can easily put them on mute and let us talk for a couple minutes, and then you can let everybody else on. So yeah,
Yeah.
I want an audience. Keep the audience, please.
Okay. I got you.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Get your popcorn ready. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you listen to Ali's show this
The
morning,
popcorn.
then if you listen to Ali's show this morning, then yeah, he's
Come
plain
on,
and
this
simple.
morning?
Yes, this morning.
Mhm.
Did you
Oh,
listen
top
to-
of the tailgate? No, I didn't
Yeah.
see. You talking about the top of the tailgate?
Yeah, this morning. Ali's show this morning, 6 to 8 this morning.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that episode. I didn't see
Okay.
that.
Watch the last 10 minutes.
The final 10 minutes of this morning show. Okay.
The final
Yeah.
10 minutes.
I was just waking up out of bed, so I wouldn't be able to. I definitely didn't watch that live.
No,
I was
it's-
still asleep.
Look, here's the thing. Like I said, the only thing I kind of agree with him is because I'm not calling anybody phony. I don't give a shit about that. But the thing about it is, I hate the fact that the narratives they're going around about the team. And at the end of the day, it's not about. I don't care about what you do in the regular season. It's all about what's done in the postseason. Last year, I brought up the fact that the Bills finally beat the Chiefs. They finally beat the Titans. They've been beating the shit out of them, and the playoffs. Nothing never happened. How many times the Cowboys had great records beating good teams in the playoffs? You know, so at the end of the day, look at the Giants. They barely got in and made some noise. You know, so I mean,
Just get
once
in.
you're in the playoffs, you're 0-0.
Yeah, make sure you guys hit like and
It's about getting
subscribe
to the
if
game.
you have
Hey, Thunder. Like
And we're-
Thunder, you can tell
Wait,
Thunder, if you're gonna do Trump 2024 all through, hit the like button for us, please. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, it's about winning the war, not winning a battle.
So
That's
We
right.
lost. That's why I say we lost the battle, but we didn't win. We didn't lose the war. We still have the war still be played.
Crypto, let's start off with you. What was the worst part of the game for you on Sunday?
Well, I would say this. I have to say I wasn't surprised about the outcome per se of the game.
That's right, because you did pick us to lose. I remember that.
Yeah, because I thought of some other issues that we have yet to overcome, as far as what made me think it was going to be a close loss, which it turned out to be a close loss.
Yeah.
So I was more so the offense collectively. We just outside of one true drive, it was just completely inept the whole game. That was my biggest takeaway. That we only had really truly one good drive the whole game out of all of our 11 possessions, And then the one other drive that we scored on, we pretty much it was a defensive play by that extended our drive, and we walked it in from the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
You know,
You get
when
on
Chris
that second
Jones got
touchdown,
that
yeah.
big penalty. You know, it was on
Yeah.
that big play, and that was off a defensive fumble that we almost got out of field position, and then
Yeah.
Chris Jones gift wrapped it one to us and put it on the 12. You
Yep.
know, we
Yep.
walked in. And outside of that, it looked like we had nothing at all.
They were very
going for us.
flat. Yeah, they were very flat Sunday.
We had
Yeah.
193
like-
yards passing only, and our rushing was only 117 yards, and that's not our normal, right? Because we were averaging like 450, right?
170 or yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Four up there, yeah. Shoot, closer to 500.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't
Yeah.
do it against the elite teams. That's tough to swallow, you know. But we still
Yeah,
got three
that's
more.
Coming
Three
out
more at the
flat
end.
like that.
Well,
Save it for the end.
That was
What-
my
what-
biggest disappointment.
I tell you
would
one
say.
thing. One of my favorite parts of Sunday's games was Shake's mimosas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, some mimosas.
Oh yeah, we had mimosas.
Oh,
3
Oh,
for
okay.
champagne, 1 for
what were y'all? Where did y'all have the mimosas at?
Yeah,
My
no,
house.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
ended up doing the
okay.
watch party at my house because fucking Glory Days screwed us.
They did. They didn't let you in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no! See, I've worked with them all year. I've had all my watch parties there all year, and I talked to 2 different managers. There's 3 managers there, but 2 of them kept telling me, "Yeah, we open early for our early games and everything." And when we had the last watch party we had there was the Philadelphia game, and I talked to the manager, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll have breakfast specials and everything." So I asked him if there was any specials. He goes, "I'll when I get the menu, I'll send you a copy, you know what it is and all." I didn't hear from him, so I figured Friday I'm going to go by and confirm things. Oh no, we're not open Sunday early. We only open early for Bucks games.
Oh my God.
So Friday afternoon, I'm running around trying to figure out where I'm going to do a watch party, and thanks to Miss Pam, she helped me out with a lot of things, and I had a good time with everybody here at the house. We had a TV on the back porch. We had the TV inside.
Mm-hmm.
And
What
Man,
sucked
I'd
was
be
one-
there
one-
too if I lived down there. I just
Plus, you get your own.
Yeah,
You got your
what-
own bar. You know.
What sucked was the people in the living room spoiling it for the people outside.
Oh, there was early. It was.
Well, it would switch. One time the living room would be like 5 seconds, 10 seconds ahead of us, and then the outside would be a few seconds ahead, and it would go back.
Oh yeah.
And then
Well,
one time it was like a whole play ahead of us on the inside, and they had scored a touchdown, and we're seeing the touchdown get scored. We already heard them scream, and we're like, okay, something's good happening. And then we're scoring the touchdown, and then my wife's yelling, "Up! They're calling it back! They're calling it back!" And that was a big fib.
Oh man.
We found out that was a big fib after we kicked a field goal, of course. playing dirty with us.
Oh,
Hey,
Right.
Paul, can I do a quick Fins trivia question, Paul?
Of course you can. Of course you
Go for
can.
Hey, John, man, I'm sorry, bro.
You're out of this, John. You're already out of the answer, John.
All right, so what year did the Fins have their first winning season? Is it A, 1968? Is it B, 1969? Is it C, 1970? Or is it D, 1971? What year did the Fins have their first winning season?
I'm gonna say C.
I'm gonna say 68.
I'm thinking it was 71. Anybody
No,
else?
because that was their third.
I'll say
Super Bowl at that
68.
time, or first Super Bowl. So I'm saying 68.
So what was the question?
What year did the Fins have their first winning season? Is it A, 68, B, 69, C, 70, or D, 71?
Okay.
I'll go 68.
I'm going 68. He was 6-5.
I'm going to say 70. No, 71 because it was before the undefeated season.
Oh, the first one before the undefeated. No, they won. They went to 3 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, 70.
The answer is C.
Right,
1970 is the answer.
That's
C.
70, yeah, 70, yeah.
Okay, so 70 to 73, there was the 3 Super Bowl years.
Hey, let's do
72.
part 2, man. Okay, what was the Finns'
Okay.
record in their first winning season? I got it right here. A, 8-6, B, 9-5, C, 10-4, or D, 11-3. And remember, there was only 14 games back then.
14 games, right?
So what was that record that year? You know,
8-6.
I'm about to say 10-4.
9-5.
I'm
Hey,
thinking
I'm gonna
10
say A.
and 4.
I'm gonna say
8-6. Hey.
11-3.
the answer is C, 10-4.
Wow.
10-4.
Shake.
Damn, John, why you ain't hit me up, man? You could have put it in my inbox.
Right. Good.
That's good
Hey,
shit. I never knew.
is everybody ready to whoop up on some Raiders or what?
Definitely.
At home?
Yeah.
Because everybody's
can
like,
prepare
Paul
to
said
talk
we're going to
about
win
it.
every game at home, and I just want to beat the Cowboys for the first time ever at Joe Robbie. We're 0-4 at Joe Robbie. I just want to beat the Cowboys. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice to get off the schneid, right?
Yeah.
Well, I told you they're gonna win because if we don't win, my wife is not letting me go to another Christmas Eve game because she's gonna be there with me for that one.
I got another Fins fun fact. The Jets, well, it ain't a Fins fun fact. It's an NFL fact. Sorry. The Jets and Giants have scored 8 or less touchdowns in 8 games. That's pretty bad. That's why they're probably the bottom tier people. The
They
Jets
know how
and
to drop
Giants have
the-
scored 8 or less touchdowns.
That's how they
Crazy in
drop
a game.
That's why they drop the apple every year.
The
Every
Ravens
year
is
they just drop it.
the Ravens is number 1 in rushing now, but the Dolphins still number 1 in passing. Let's see. All right, man. I got a good true or false one. Y'all gonna like this one, man.
All right.
True or false? Miami's first win on Monday Night Football came during the show's inaugural season in 1970.
True.
True or false?
True.
Miami's first win on Monday Night Football came during the show's first inaugural season of Monday Night Football in 1970. True or false?
True.
The answer is true. Good job.
Well, if y'all didn't see Pamela's little stream of the game on Sunday, y'all missed out on Shake's award, his Stirring the Pot award.
What was the award?
Big spoon.
Big Spoon Stirring the Pot award.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that from you when you come down here.
Yep.
I can't wait to see Shake Money at East 12, man. I'll be at the playoff game, Shake, bro, down there.
Oh, yeah,
When we
I'll
make
be
the
there.
playoffs, I'm banking it's a home game, man. I don't want to go to cold weather. As a matter of fact, I ain't paying to freeze my nuts off. I ain't doing it.
I'll go
I got
to the club game.
traumatized in the Titans game, bro. You know, during the
We're winning the AFC East Championship, so we'll have the home field advantage.
Yep.
And I'm making sure of that just for you, Pedro.
I just want to be there and say that I was like one of the DolFans that was there for the first time in 23 years since we won a playoff game. You know what I mean? I want to witness it.
Even if I'm making sure it's happening for you, Pedro, even if I have to get down there in the field myself.
Oh shit! I want to see that.
Oh, that tailgate party is gonna be so awesome! My goodness, I can't wait. Come on, Dolphins, man! Just win the division, man! Come on! I want to go down.
I'll be like
I'm suffering.
Dan Marino and them in the commercial. I think I'll sit out.
I've been to 3 games last year. One was at the Bengals, so I saw Tua get concussed. I was there, and then the Sunday night game against the Steelers, and then the Browns game last year, and then like 2 games the past 10 years. So yeah, I'm suffering, man, this year, man. Just I'm banking it, bro. I want to go to playoffs, so I'm like suffering all year, just staying at home, just watching it from home. I gotta go back to East 12.
Hey, you know what's cool is this
campers.
year, Crypto and I witnessed the Dolphins beat the Patriots, but he saw it in New England. I saw it in Miami.
Miami.
Oh wow.
Well, it's kind of like you and Dolphin Winters, right?
Wow.
Well, shoot, me and Crypto went to the Philly game. He was at the Philly game and the New England game in New England. So
Yeah.
And Dolphin Winters was at the
Yeah.
Ravens game that fourth quarter, man.
Are you going to the
Good
Washington
Lord.
game?
Yeah.
Are you
yeah, I
going
was
to
at
the
that
Washington?
game.
Going to the Washington game.
He's going to the Washington game.
Crypto's going to
Go,
be.
Ethan. There you go. You're close by. Yeah.
Be there.
Crypto's
Yep,
going to be
I
at the
posted,
Washington
I'll be
game
there.
too.
I'll be at the Washington game
Nice.
and
Yeah,
the
that
and
sounds good.
the Ravens game.
Shoot, y'all rep for us, man. Heck
Well,
yeah.
I won't be
I
at
will.
any of their away games. I'm sorry to say, not
You
this
gotta
year.
bundle up for that one because it's gonna be
You
nice
ain't
and
never.
cold.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's
cold.
gonna be. You gotta bundle up for that
New
one.
Year's
I,
Eve.
I can
I'm
tell you're
Cuban.
cold with
Eve.
with that Scully on. I can tell you're cold with the
Hey,
season
Shake,
on.
hey, Shake, you're Cuban, right? You
Yeah,
you
I'm
like
Cuban.
that cold or what, man? Can you do it or no?
Hell yeah, I could do it. I love cold.
Man.
That's why.
It's a
That's why.
different
Hey,
type of
listen,
God
cold,
knows.
Shake. It's
listen,
Shake.
Hey,
listen.
Pedro,
If-
he's,
if-
You,
he's
you
not
wasn't there at that Titans game, man. You didn't see sleet turn into snow and the wind and
But Pedro,
Yeah.
cold.
he's not
Cold.
as
Batman said he
he's
was at that game too.
Pedro. He's not as skinny as you, Pedro. You're
That's
nothing but
true.
skin and
I
bone.
do lack insulation. I do. Yeah, you're right.
Listen, if God wanted me to be in, he would have invented cognac. So give me some cognac, I'll be warm right up.
I'm actually drinking, which I ain't drank in a while, salted caramel's back, if y'all didn't know.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't seen this in a while, and I was like, oh my God, I miss you so much.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
something. I had
It's seasonal.
I had that the last time I was down at the game. Oh my! It was Saturday night, and I was drinking with some friends. Well, because they were anonymous. And I will tell you this: that was going down too smooth. It was just going down too smooth to a
By
point.
the way,
Yeah. Oh, it tastes just. Oh man, the taste. Oh yeah, that's a problem.
by the
That's
way, that's one of the ingredients. I created a drink called the salty tua.
Hey,
Right?
smell-o-vision.
Right? It's 2 ounces, an ounce of salted caramel, an ounce of Frangelico, a 1/4 ounce of honey whiskey, and a splash of pineapple juice.
That sounds good.
A salty tua.
It stays in your mouth, man. When there's
Yeah.
it's still
Oh,
there,
man.
that caramelly niceness to the tongue and everything. Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's the scary part. That's the scary part. That caramel, because you're like, oh, I can drink some more of this, and yeah, you'll be in trouble. You'll be in trouble too. Seriously. Join the club, Ethan.
I got class tomorrow, so I gotta go. So I'm gonna go to
Alright.
bed. But I appreciate
Hey,
that.
Good
hey,
seeing you,
what
brother.
are you?
Yeah, man.
I got to get up at 4 a.m. to catch a flight.
See you, Ethan, man. Good seeing you,
Hey,
man.
we'll see y'all. I'll be on next week.
Good seeing you.
Definitely.
Cool, man.
All right.
Peace, love, fins up, Ethan.
All right, Ethan.
Yeah, it's time for me to go. I got to be up at 4:45. So
John, it's always a pleasure having you on, brother. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
at least I get to sleep on the plane, John. I don't have to go to work like you.
I gotta go to work too. Shoot. Peace, love, fins up, brother.
Peace, love, fins up, family.
Yep.
I did want to say something about the spending of the money, like Dolphin Winters. You know, like I already said that. You know, you say you were 2-1. I started out really good too. I was like 3-1, and then like I said, I picked the watch Brady just whoop up on us in Tampa. But hey, I went to Busch Gardens, right? You know, and then they chose that Titans game. You know, when we won, it lost 7, won 7, right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing is like you get some history. Like I saw Matt Ryan lose to Jay Cutler
Oh boy.
at Mercedes-Benz Stadium back in 2016, which is when I started my autism awareness and the overalls and all that stuff. And my fandom ain't ended it. I mean, I've been a Dolphin since 1980. I mean, since I was 5 years old, and my dad put me right there in the, he was a Dolphin fan. So, I mean, my dad, he's in the hospital right now because he's got diabetes and he's got like an amputated foot, like a half a foot. And they had to go in there again and do another surgery in there. So it's all like, it's all open and it needs to. But anyways, that man's a tough man. But he made me the Dolphin I am today, which is pretty cool. And he got to see the undefeated season and all that stuff back in Miami because he was in Carroll City High when all that was happening. So that was pretty cool.
City. That's my that's my alma mater, Carroll City. No, but my first Dolphin game was a Monday night game because what happened was my brother-in-law's boss at the time It was supposed to be a Sunday game, but the Marlins were at the World Series, so they moved it to Monday night, and we lost to the Chicago Bears with Dave Wannstedt as the head coach.
Wow. Damn.
Dave Wannstedt.
Brian Cox was the middle linebacker at the time too, number 52.
Brian Cox.
Shoot, so I grew up in Miami, right, Shake? And I moved when I graduated from HML. I'm an alumni of Hialeah Miami Lakes, class of 93. I moved to Tennessee in November of 1993. Been here for 30 years. Check this out. That's the 1993 Marlins. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's how I'm a fan. I brought this with me because it's from my high school. And when the Marlins, and I got the first pitch baseball card, 2 of them of the Marlins. The first pitch card. I got it good. And
is that soda still good enough?
No, I got some liquor, man. I got 2 little tiny Canadian clubs. I got one from 1974. I'm waiting for the Dolphins to win a playoff game. And then I got one from like 1958. I'm waiting they win a Super Bowl to open and drink, which is like crazy old for a Canadian club.
Man. Be careful
And
with that.
I got an old Crown Royal too that was called Seagram's back in the days, and it's like from the 70s too. So I've tried one before, like liquor that's like 30 years old, or 40 years. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, liquor has no expiration date, so you're good.
I would hope so. I mean, if it ain't got no visible things floating around, I'll do it. If it's got a bunch of floating stuff in there, like I ain't doing it. Oh, I got some vintage stuff, man. Like if I showed you some bottles, man, this dude like traveled all over the world and they made these little mini bottles that were like just incredibly dope, man. I mean, it's pretty cool. Shake, I'll show you one day or whatever. But as far as the Dolphins go, man, like the next 5 games is a chance for us to like win the next 4 out of 5 games to prepare ourselves for the last 3-game gauntlet, which is going to be the most fun. Now, losing all these games we lost in December, how many games we won last year in December? Oh, I don't hear 0. I don't hear nothing. We didn't win shit. So I mean, nothing. I'm sorry, but man, we got to win something this December, and we got to do it. We gotta take care of business as far as those games. And the Jets, if we split to them, that's fine by me. That's fine. And it better be freaking that Black Friday we lose instead of the one at home, because I don't want to lose at home against the Jets, man. But I don't know. I think we can handle them just like the Chargers did. But can we play them the same way the Chargers did? Because our defense, man, they stepped up big time, man, allowing 14 points only. Stepped up big time. I mean, the other touchdown was Tyreek's fault, but Tua and Tyreek will get it together, I think, especially during the big moments. And we're going to find out this year. That's what this year is all about. Well, and next year. We got 2 years to find out. But,
Want to hear a cool story? If the Chargers beat the Lions, right? We'll have a win versus a team with a winning record.
Say it again.
If the Chargers beat the Lions,
we'll have a team. We're beating.
We'll have a win against a team with a winning record.
I got it. Cool. Yeah.
Wow. They'll be 5-4. So that's a winning record.
Wow. Are we gonna lose first place if all these teams playing during this weekend win? Have you checked that, Shake, or anybody?
No.
Like if the Bills win, if the Jets win, nobody's gonna catch up to us.
No,
probably the Bills because probably the Bills because they have because they haven't had their bye week yet.
They haven't had their bye week. Yeah, they don't get their bye week till like November, right? End of the month.
The Jets
right?
have not had their bye week yet. That's the only team that have not had their bye week yet.
No, they did. They only played.
Well, the Jets did. I mean, I'm talking about Buffalo. Buffalo didn't.
Yeah,
and neither has New England.
No,
and
in New England,
Buffalo, I think, has their bye week this week as well. So they can't.
Well, they play Monday night.
You know what I think happened?
They have it at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think happened.
They have a week 11. They have a week 11 with the New England Patriots, so they're not playing week 11.
Patriots.
No, actually, they are playing week 11. Holy shit!
Yeah, they had theirs real late. It's like almost in December.
Hey, Dolphin winners, man. What I know you've seen the replay of it. What'd you think of that first half? Like, why did we score 0? Why did we put a big 0, man? Like, was nothing working, or was just the Jets? I mean, the Kansas
Week
City Chiefs
13.
defense that good? You know?
Yeah, they get there
Coaching.
week 13, bro. Week
Frickin-
13.
Frickin'
Coaching.
Buffalo's bye week is actually New Year's Eve.
Wow.
Ooh,
No,
They got the
not
last
New
one of the
Year-
year.
no,
Wow.
Christmas.
No, no, I'm
Christmas
wrong
Eve.
on all that. No,
Dang. They
no,
get to get
it's
healthy.
the last day of November.
It's
I'm
Right?
I'm way out of it.
I see.
31st. Oh,
31st.
Shut up, winners.
November.
No, it's either December 3rd is their bye week.
Okay.
Okay. The
December
week they're
3rd.
playing the Commanders, they're off that week.
Yes.
So to answer your question, Pedro, I will say this: I think McDaniels was definitely to blame for the first half. I'm not gonna
Play
sit there.
calling.
It's play calling. I'm not gonna trash Tua because Tua didn't have a bad first half, but it was just not good enough. You can't go a whole half without scoring. I don't care.
40 games. 40 games.
Yeah, like you can't go a whole half without scoring, and that gave Kansas City all the confidence, even though that we started making a run. And what made me bad is, and I think all of us can agree with this: why do we abandon the run when it starts to work? If you keep running the ball, if you keep running the ball with Buster, we might be talking about a Kansas because he was running the rock, and we started, and we could see Kansas City
But it
starting
really
to wear
only worked
down.
on the last drive because they had to play the pass.
True.
I
But
think it was by design that it worked.
at the same time,
They was willing to give up for
the
not
Chiefs-
being beat
the
so
Chiefs
quick over the top.
defense- The Chiefs' defense is not a great run stopping defense.
We didn't get to establish the run though in the first
They're
half.
like top 3. What are you talking about?
We
No,
What are you
they're
rushing?
not against the run.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They
They're
are.
top 3 against the run.
They're
They
actually
mentioned
top.
that in the
Yeah.
game. They did mention that in the game, Paul.
the Chiefs only had 93
Yeah, they
yards
are.
rushing in the game. 93 yards.
So we did a great 2 goals in the defense.
Yeah, I was playing against a top 3 defense.
Yeah, we
Against
played.
the
We
run.
did like our defense was. I'll be honest. After we got scored
Yeah,
on
it was pretty
7-0, after we got scored on the first drive, and then we
I just
said
didn't
there,
like Ahmed taking.
and then the 14-0. I'll be honest with you, they clamped down after that. That's the offense's job to sit there and help out the defense. Like the defense did exactly what they were supposed to do. They did everything they were supposed to do.
I didn't like Ahmed's play.
got him
You know,
matched.
I wanted Jeff Wilson to get more plays than Ahmed because Ahmed I think hurt us, man, because he wasn't doing nothing. You know,
That's not no. I'll say this. I'll say this again, Pedro. It was play call. I'm
Well,
not gonna sit there and blame Ahmed for that. McDaniel's the one that calls the plays. McDaniel has the players play out the play. If the players are not working, coach, you gotta make adjustments. And we thought he was going to make some adjustments. He made some adjustments in halftime.
no running
I
out.
think he need to make a little bit more adjustments. You know, Spagnuolo had a really good game plan against us. He and it worked out for him. You know,
Yeah, his game plan.
that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys, and I know you guys
He
get a
mixed
lot
it up.
of game. You know, we had so many opportunities that were left out on that field. That's why I think this hurts us a little bit. This is why it stings a little bit because there was opportunities out there we could have blown this game wide open.
I wanted to see a Chan with Mostert out there against the Chiefs, and now we get to see that against the Raiders, man, which will be good. But why can't we get all these players right when we play the good teams, though, the elite teams? Like, give me Ramsey and Howard back there, and everybody with the Chiefs. It happened, and now we can't use not having a chain as an excuse. But you're right, man. We just didn't make the plays during the big moments, and
I tell you what, I have
that's
not
Tyreek, man.
I have not liked anything I've seen out of Ahmed this year. He has just been
He got
done
tackled
nothing.
the minute he gets the ball. He gets tackled.
You said Ahmed was your favorite player, man. Why you say now that?
And you were sucking my left toe too.
I'm not in the feed, Paul. Sorry.
Well, that's not what you said last night.
No, I don't know about that. That's conversation's going live. Anyway. But Go ahead to your point.
No, they kept giving Ahmed the ball a few times when he was going nowhere in the game.
Should have gave those to freaking Wilson, those plays, man, for real. I mean, Wilson wasn't running either, but he had I got it right here. Wilson had receiving. Jeff Wilson was 3 for 32 yards, man, for 10-yard average, man. Throw him the dang ball more, man, at the backfield, because he was doing good with those on 5 targets, So yeah. Oh, here's the thing, man. Winners, look what I got for you. On receiving, the Chiefs had 9 different receivers catch 185 yards, and their long was 25 yards. So, yeah, we need to spread the ball. But here's the thing, man. Waddle was only 3 for 42 yards, right? That's still a 14-yard average. He was just injured, whatever happened to him, man. Hill was 8 for 62 yards, so he's still averaging 7.8, but he didn't have no touchdowns. I don't think Waddle had any touchdowns on 10 targets. So, I mean, it just wasn't working. I mean, I don't know why it just don't work during with these elite teams. It needs to be working, man, later on the season, man, or especially during the playoffs.
I'll answer the question for you. So, in the beginning of the game, Waddle got late accidentally by one of his own players during a play. And he wasn't right at it. So, that's why his knee was messed up, and that's why he was on the sideline. So that's the reason why Waddle was messed up. I mean, with speed, guys, you all know these fast, speedy guys, all it takes is like a little something, and you know what I mean? So that's the give and take with having speedy receivers. That's just what it is.
It took Hill out of the game, boy. It kept pressing him right there. You saw them pushing him right there within the 5 yards, like they could, right? You could do it within 5 yards.
That's what you have to do against a speedy receiver.
Yep.
That's what you're going to have to do, regardless. To kill speed, you check them within the first 5 yards. After that, you got to let them go. That's just what it is. So now defenses are going to start playing press coverage on us, on different receivers like Tyreek, like Hill, that's where you got Chase Claypool, where you need to start using Claypool. You need to start using Smite. You need to start using Ingold, even Ingold.
Man, we better not.
I don't get it. And Ingold been blocking like crazy for us. So I applaud the fact that we have somebody like Ingold in our game because he's helping us with the offensive line. The offensive line plays very well, very good. I can't sit there and knock it. I can't. Even with the injuries that we've been sustaining, we've been playing very well on the offense.
It's just mistakes.
It's mistakes. Listen, we, like I said, we can talk about
the most important play.
Like I said, we are 6-3. We are in first place in the AFC. I just feel that for me, everybody else, for me, we need that victory so I can feel a little more confident going into the second half run, going to win the AFC and going into the playoffs. That first home game in the playoffs. We need that. It can be a possibility. You never know, guys. You don't know. It could be a possibility something happens to Kansas City during the year and they crap the bed.
The Vikings. I mean,
you know what I mean?
The Jets, man. So, I mean, you lose a quarterback, man, it's done. We lose Tua, man, it is done. But
I'm not even trying to think like that. I know it's a possibility that can happen, but I'm praying.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with Mike White, and I don't feel comfortable with Skylar Thompson. That's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah. I'm going to call it a night, guys, because I got to get up at 3:40 in the morning.
Let's go. Agree. Me too.
I'm going up to see my dad for the weekend. So, but if y'all are looking tomorrow night, I think it's 7:00 Eastern time or 8:00 Eastern time. The Jersey Boys show, which one of them lives in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, is it? Yeah, one of them lives in Fort Lauderdale. I'll be on that. They invited me on their talk show tomorrow night. So
okay, cool. All right.
Other than that, any last words from anybody?
Shake first.
Well, as always, we should trade the Wilkins.
He ain't giving anybody a chance. That's why he's got the big spoon award. That's why That's why Miss Pam gave him the big spoon award. Stirring the pot.
I got a Wilkins jersey, so thanks, Paul, for letting me on your show, man. Dolphin winners, as always, man. Y'all more than welcome for my show. I try to shout out y'all's show all the time on my show. We're all family here.
Yeah, we're all family. Pedro, you're more than welcome at any time. I was in bed early last night, and I forgot all about your show last night.
No worries, man. Trust me, I do the same, man. I get home and I'm tired. I wake up and I'm like, I missed Paul's show. Dang it. You know?
Well, that's Ethan was telling me earlier. He tried it. He was going to get on the show last week. He said, but he fell asleep at 8:30.
It happens.
Oh man, I'm trying to catch up on all these jobs with this warm weather, man, and take advantage because the sun comes down. So I'm just working my butt off because I get some time off during the winter, man, and I'll be having me some fun finally because I finally got a paint van too, man. I finally got me another paint van, so I'm doing my thing, man. Yeah, everything's going good, man. I got plenty of work and life is good, man. So yeah, man. Thanks
Y'all
for
out there,
everything.
Tuesday night, Pedro, you're on at 7:30 on Facebook on the Fantastic Tennessee, the Fantastic Dolphins, or
Fantastic Dolphins of Tennessee. Yep. And Tuesday. I'm glad I ain't on no Wednesdays with y'all at the same day. I'm glad I picked Tuesday, man. I hope I ain't interfering in anybody else's show, but
it's hard because I know Miss Finn started doing a show on Wednesday nights.
You was probably like, dang it, Pedro got me a day ahead. He couldn't wait till Thursday.
I have my 12:30 on Mondays I'm doing, but that's only during football season.
Oh man, I don't want to do the talk show during the off season. Like, oh my goodness, what is there to talk about for?
Oh, we always got stuff to talk about, brother.
Oh my goodness, there's a dead period though. There's lots of dead periods here and there during the off season, but mainly about the draft, and the free agent acquisitions and stuff like that. But yeah, man, thanks for having me on your show. And you know how hard it is to find Finn's trivia, man. Not easy.
Hey, you come up with it, brother, and I appreciate you very much.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna love. Look, do this one real quick because I can't miss you, man. On this one, this one's good. You can't miss it, man.
Okay.
What Fins receiver owns the Fins record for the longest touchdown in Super Bowl in a Super Bowl? What Fins receiver has the record for the longest touchdown pass in a Super Bowl? Right. So you're thinking either a receiver in the 70s or the 80s when we made the Super Bowl. Is it A, Clayton? Is it B, Duper? Is it C, Jimmy Cephalo? Or is it D, Howard Twilley? And here's a hint. It was a 75-yard pass. It was a 75-yard pass.
I want to say C.
Clayton, Duper, Cephalo, or Howard Twilley?
Cephalo. C.
I'm thinking Twilley.
Dolphin winners, you got it. You got it. It's Jimmy Cephalo. He caught and I'm trying to figure out, Paul, which game it was. Was it the 83 Super Bowl versus the Redskins we lost? Was it the Redskins? Or was it the 85 Super Bowl versus the Montana? You know?
I think it might have been the 85.
Right?
Yeah, I think
that Super Bowl with Montana. That's the only thing that we can talk about was that Jimmy Cephalo pass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find out. I don't know for sure, man. I my brain is all flustered on that because I need to rewatch that. But 2 Super Bowl losses, but I usually got 5 appearances. But we get in the show now. Sorry.
Take care of your bro. Take care of yourself, brother. Peace, love, fins up, brother.
Peace, love, fins up.
Well, Paul. Hey, listen, brother. I'm not gonna hold you on too long. I want to thank everybody that's in. Safe travels, brothers. My prayers are with you and your family. And definitely, brother, keep on keeping on. You already know, man.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. And, that's about it. Just go Fins. Peace, love, and fins up, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night.